With Young Thug released from jail, the official reason the feds gave him, the plea deal, was finally revealed, and it's pretty concerning. It's all a plan to trap Atlanta rappers by Fani Willis, as just 8 months ago DJ Akademiks would reveal on stream while showing the evidence file of 4PF. On the RICO documents that YSL was on, I've heard 2 of them, like I've heard the 2 of they're like, yo, these are getting going first, then these are going first, I've heard the names, and I don't know. If I should say it again, I got nothing to do with no investigation for nothing whatever, but these are top rappers. Well, one's a top rapper, the other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying the name. I'll just say this: I believe you know who the obvious name is there in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping, one of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in a game, but now in present day, with the YSL case being over and Young Thug being released from jail, the case is far from actually over, as Akademiks was able to reveal everything. As Lil Baby has been arrested 4 times within the last 3 months. It's almost like a warning for a massive RICO charge coming his way, as it'll also tie Young Thug right into it. As well, I'm going to tell you some things that you're going to have to take my word or don't believe it. It's fine, I don't care either. Or when Fani Willis started targeting YSL, Fani Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Doug, she got YN, so she got YSL, YN. Eventually they were going to get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed her names, by the way, except from what I heard the feds told him it's okay, we got it. So the feds told him, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get Dirk, especially after Vaughn died. They dropped the case, they dropped it, but the Fed has realized we going to get Dirk. Eventually, doing the math, you see why Lil Baby would moving the way he been, because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch, he's been on county state watch. But how did this all start? It would start with it being announced. Akademiks speaks on Young Thug getting released and says the stipulations he has are a setup for the court to try to put Young Thug back into jail, explaining that it's all a setup for Thug to eventually fail, as being on probation for 15 years is a task that is a lot harder than you might think. I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you got no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you going to tell me that they going to monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe his activity, what is always going to talk about him, and his is doing his thing. They might consider that he might be like your me is. Like, yo, we going to the park getting lit, we going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talk about, so you know, we celebrating right now, because I think we could all see, if you follow the trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see that was going through it, like he gained a lot of weight. Everybody know Thug was not that weight, so we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out, as we would then see. Akademiks end up revealing how Young Thug is going to get set up by the feds and placed back into prison for 20 years. But it's also a trap for his best friend Lil Baby. At the exact same time, an in-depth investigation recent months, you've had 2 high-profile Rotarian cases. There are going to be more. Only the next 60 days you'll see 2 more. As if you're wondering why Young Thug has been so silent ever since being released from jail 1 month ago, it's due to his lawyers already knowing the feds are looking into Young Thug once again, as it started when Young Thug tweeted, "Wham, let's drop one on these rats," with the name M referring to rapper Lil Baby as Lil Baby, and Young Thug have been firm on dicing Gunna for snitching out of the YSL trial early, as Lil Baby would responded on Instagram saying we should it is agreed in Young Thug's probation agreement that he's not allowed to be getting into online or real-life beefs, and he has to stay out of any sort of trouble and any sort of law breaking. It didn't help that the following day, after Young Thug followed it up with another tweet but also an Instagram video, he would first tweet, "GNA, stop acting like we're friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." This ended up getting the attention of Gunna and his brother, where Gunna's brother would say trust and believe the feeling is mutual. But later on that night, Thug took it further, linking up with T.I. Ting an Instagram story where he clearly says that he's home, and he did it the right way. Sneak to Gunana. Hey man, what you got to tell the people? Back jaw, you feel me? You did. Hey man, ain't no cap in it, no cap in matter, right? You feel what I'm saying the right way. It's time the right way, bro. You feel what I'm saying right way, yeah, that way. And go tell that as Young Thug is letting Gunana know that he did it the right way out. T even took his side as well. But there's a serious issue with the Sneak dissing beef that he's creating with Gunana, as pointed out by DJ Akademiks. The feds predicted all of this happening. This is why they gave him the plea deal out of prison. But everything would go crazy after a report of Black 100 says that he has 2 hours of footage of Gun and telling on Young Thug in an interrogation room, making many believe that Gunana is going to be getting revenge for all the Sneak dissing Thug and Baby's been doing for the last few months. Hey Gunner, listen, I'm putting it together. I'ma give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'ma give you some time though, Gunner, for you to go ahead on and confess to the world about all the telling you did. You know that interrogation? Yeah, guess who got it? 2 hours. Boy, you was in there talking more than her and Trayer. The only thing he did wrong was let him record him. You know what I'm talking about. However, the one alleged Instagram live from Young Thug makes many people believe he took it a little too far. This ends up breaking his probation agreement when he said this about Ghana Stin. I miss you too. What you music doing? Bored? You don't like him? No, my modding room. He was being mean. He felt your energy, man. I don't need play fly all way law to you, as that is an alleged Instagram live that Young Thug had 1 week after being released from jail. But suddenly, moments after the Instagram live, news outlets would begin reporting concerning news coming out involving rapper Ghana being followed and approached by local gang members in Atlanta, with many connecting it to Young Thug for possibly getting revenge for snitching against him. But again, Young Thug is dissing Gunana and playing it real close to that line of his probation. As with Thug out of jail, he was finally able to react to the clip of Gunana snitching in court. And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of YSL have committed crimes. Confer. Yes, ma, you were present when law enforcement officers stopped a vehicle in which you were present along with Jeffrey Williams wearing high and a firearm were recovered. These items did not belong to you, as Akademiks would get told through sources that right after Gunana snitched out of the YSL trial and returned home, Young Thug was making several calls to rappers in the industry telling them to avoid Ghana, unfollow, and cut any business BU ties that they had. The streets are so atrocious. Young Thug told everybody that Gunner was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't give a if you believe me. That's what he sent to all. He sent a message to Dirt Baby. There's a few other rappers, I just won't call their names just because some of them just told me in privacy. All of them rappers start not with Gunner speaking out. They're chilling away. Thug got out. Ghana kind of hot, ain't like you're trying to really like jump and work with Gunner. But with this going viral online, Thug knew that he had to respond, leading into him hopping on Instagram Live for a very short period of time, laughing and joking. I'm going laugh. I just jumped on here to let you know that yes, a goat can go live. Whoa. What's up? Who up right now? What's up? What right now? But this is where the situation got very crazy, as only 20 minutes after that a report would be released sharing a video clip of Young Thug in the studio flexing his jewelry, looking really happy to be home. That's some pounds. But the entire Young versus Ghana beef is extremely confusing, especially when Lil Baby was defending Young Thug and called out Gunana for over a year, leading into Young Thug's own father calling out Lil Baby, telling him to be quiet. How do you feel about Lil Baby throwing the Gunner for his plea deal? He need to set the up cause he don't know what's going on. You know, he's going off of what he heard when have y'all went to a court date to support Slim, to support Jeffrey, to put Thug, who however you want to name it, as according to Young Thug's father, Ghana isn't even the main reason that Thug is in the situation that he's in, and he should mind his own business. Attorney clarify that a little simpler. Gunner hasn't done anything whatsoever that can hurt us on this case, period. Courtney said, how do you feel about Gunner? I love Gunner. See, that's the thing, people don't understand the rel that Gunner is a rat, and he's done this and done that, but no see let me. But the story gets a lot crazier from here. This is when a league phone call from jail with Young Thug and Lil Durk would be released. Were you